Welcome to the week. We finally had a decent rain on Friday, as you can probably hear from all the cicadas. I did water on Friday because it didn't seem like much was happening out here in terms of water. We keep getting rain forecasts, but then it keeps not happening. So I watered on Friday, and then we had the decent storm afterwards too. So I think everything was probably well watered. Horseradish is doing great. I don't know where the harlequin bugs are this year. Either they're gonna come like now, super late, like a bunch of the rest of the bugs, or maybe we won't actually have any. So maybe it would have been a good year to plant cabbages and stuff over the summer. Well, they would have probably bolted. Anyway, the maypops are doing great. Do you see all of them setting everywhere? Look over there. I'm excited. I see some ground cherries for me to pick up. This one is too far gone. That one I will pick up. I'm looking at tripods on mine because I can't be holding the cell phone while doing stuff. You need two hands out in the garden. Oh, and there's some further over there. Oh, I just dropped this one. I'm doused in tons of DEET as usual, so I don't catch malaria and dengue and whatever else is going around right now. And then over here, oh, there are some over here. There's one. There's another one. Did I see any more? No. That's probably it. Ooh, tomatoes. I haven't picked anything since Friday. Let go, let go. Oh, cucumbers and tomatoes are on sale at the store right now, so I bought a couple because my tomato crop isn't where I wish it was, and I don't have zucchinis still yet. So I made relish and salsa yesterday. The goal is still to make maypop jelly, assuming I get enough. I brought this pile of string, and where are my clippers? Did I drop them? Oh, I dropped them here already. To tie up the tomatoes too, because they're finally growing enough. Do you see the top of that tomato over there? Tomato hornworm got it. I'm upset. Of the few tomatoes that I have, the caterpillars decided to eat them. Oh, and I've had a nice big fritillary butterfly coming through and laying eggs on the maypops, which is exciting. Ooh, maypop. Delicious. That'll be breakfast. I get these ground cherries. I'm getting maypops in onesie twosies right now, but once they really start dropping, then I'll gear up to make jam or jelly. I don't want to eat the seeds. From when I made that kiwi maypop jam last year, the seeds are just way too big. Let's see if we have more maypops. Those are the zucchinis. I mean, they had a couple male blooms, but, you know, it's not quite where it's at. Thought I had a bunch of maypops around here that had set, but I don't see any drops. Maybe it'll be like last fall that suddenly I find a bunch after everything has died back, right? These eaten leaves are a good sign that I have the fritillary caterpillars all over the place. I'm excited. Maypops setting everywhere finally. I don't know why they didn't set earlier with all the bees that are all over these, but that's fine. Do I have more maypops over here? Let's check. I think this, that's bad. I think the tomatillo is already dying back. They're giving up on life. Maypops anywhere? No? Okay. I felt super sick yesterday too. I know I'm sick when I'm an insomniac, so I know I'm sick when I can actually sleep and when my feet are warm. So I slept like 9 hours, not last night, but the night before, and my feet were warm all day long. It was really strange. what else are we looking for? There's still a couple strawberries here blooming, the ever-bearing ones. I guess the ones that spread the furthest were the June-bearing ones, which is okay. So then I get a ton at the same time to make jams and preserves and all of that in the spring. Pitcher plants, I think I was letting them dry out too much earlier, but now I'm dumping a ton of water on them, and I mean, they're surviving. The survivors that I still have left. What else? The squirrel decided to dig up the jalapeno pepper again on, what was that? Oh, a cicada. On my front porch. So I went and sprayed that deer off, or critter ritter, or whatever it's called, everywhere. And filled in the dirt, but I also dug up where I had the wine berries. So I don't know if you can see it over there. In a yogurt pot, the seeds that I had put in there. So I put the dirt back in that and moved it back here where hopefully the squirrel won't get it. I spy a nice spider. So let's look at the tomatoes real quick. I'm thinking about getting a tripod. I don't know if I mentioned that already, to kind of wrap, the ones that kind of wrap around stuff, to mount it on here when I'm out in the garden. Look at all those nice maypops. I'm so excited. I don't know if I got a video of the really big praying mantis I found on here the other week. I found another one on one of the jujube trees. Maybe we'll go look at that. But let's go look at these tomatoes. Ooh. Am I bothering? No. I hear the cardinal, and I don't want to be bothering it. It's either a cardinal or a finch. Yeah, it's a cardinal. It's red. Okay. So here's the tomato that's doing the best, the little tiny yellow ones. So I gotta put some more string around this guy because it's escaping. Get my little skipper butterfly over there on the melon leaf. Right there. I have them all over the place. It's exciting. We might be a little bit too early for the fritillaries that come through and lay eggs on the maypop vines. So the tomato over here, the red pear, is kind of growing all over the place. I went through and harvested the tops off the parsley blooms there. So I have a container full of those blooms at home. Maybe it's time to go through and harvest the dill and carrot seeds again. I pulled up the carrot over here and put, there's no way this isn't a tomato volunteer that sprouted up in the corner of that trellis over there, presumably from last year. So I moved them over here. I expect it's the same kind as that one, the little yellow ones, because that's what I had last year. Look at that gigantic slug. These guys are predatory. They eat other snails and slugs. Well, he's a survivor if the toads haven't eaten him yet. I want to get a picture of him. Well, maybe I'll just grab a screenshot of this later. Very nice. On the morning slime from one spot to another. I'm glad I didn't step on him, because that's right where I stepped on the way over here. Things are just kind of dying back because it's been so dry. I might pick that okra right there, that red one. Where's my finger? There. This one usually makes me ochres too, but it really isn't right now. I think it's probably just because everything needs more water. Oh, there's a little yellow tomato too. I thought this was the red one, the other red one from Mexico that I have seeds from, but I guess it's another yellow one, which is okay. Unless they are different and they just ended up being the same color, but that's okay too. I think this is some tree. I need to move it. That's some like pumpkin volunteer that hasn't died due to the heat and lack of water. So let's go look at that jujube. See if that praying mantis is still on there. Then I'm gonna tie up those tomatoes, and also before it gets to be fall time and little jumping spiders decide to nest in there for the winter time, I'm gonna pick up the like pan and utensils and stuff under that pizza oven so that I can have it inside for the winter time, that it's not weathering even more, and I will not have disturbed poor little spiders like I did last year. I still remember it. It was awful. I disturbed them from their winter sleep. tie this up a little bit better. There we go. Maypops all over the place. It's exciting. I remember when I was mowing, there were bees and butterflies on this teasel, so I left it. They indicated that they wanted me to keep it here. This jujube turned out fantastic. It is the, I don't remember if this one is, because I think they're mostly dioecious, but some of them are self-fertile. So either this one is the self-fertile one, or the other one that we're going to look at that had the praying mantis is the self-fertile one. So I don't know if I need to tie it up with tulle over the winter time for the deer, because it does have some spines on it. This, whoa, why are the leaves gone? Did the deer eat it again? Maybe it's time to spray it again. Either it's birch or a piece of grass. Either it's birch or mulberry. So here's the other one. Now the praying mantis was here last time. I thought to myself, whoa, that's a really strange branch. Ooh, just scared a little butterfly. Oops. You know, the thistle that I have is pink, but this one's purple. Interesting. Maybe it isn't thistle. I think it's thistle. Where did that praying mantis go? I just saw it like 2 days ago. Maybe it doesn't live here anymore. And that's okay. Well, if you see it, let me know. The berries here are doing well. I think there were like 1 or 2 berries on it. I don't know if the animals ate it or what, but that's fine. A couple little new sprouts coming up. That one there, this one here. I'm gonna accidentally mowed over that. Well, I think you're supposed to chop it back more. Anyway, I didn't chop it back really this year, but it'll sprout better next year. I did a big mow last weekend. I wasn't gonna, but then I accidentally did. I shouldn't have. I felt kind of crummy afterwards, but what's done is done. Looking at these carrot flower heads. So yeah, there's more seeds for me to harvest. This is that yellow wildflower that's everywhere. It's kind of taken over, but it's good that it's kind of shading the strawberries so that they haven't completely died back in that container. And there's some big spider in my bee house here. Little tiny leaf cutter bees are in the bottom apartments there. I guess I should have left the rubber bands around those inserts. But it seems to me like a thing that would probably break down over the winter anyway. Ooh, more maypops. That's a damselfly. I don't know if you can see it. They're all over the place. It's exciting. I think they eat mosquitoes and stuff, just like the dragonflies. Oh, and I'll show you the, well, there's blooms over here. I'll walk over to them. My purple asters. And I'll show you the blob where the goldenrod is just about to bloom. It's very exciting. So there's the asters with that native yellow flower that has yet to bloom in the garden. Maybe because it's a little bit colder down there. All my nice asters. There's pink ones over there, and the more purple ones over here. And an orange flower the bumblebees like. I'm gonna pull this guy out. This is a invasive garlic chives, I think it's called. I think the bees, not the bees, the deer have been eating this guy, but the leaves are gone. I picked some of it when I was poking around in the plants maybe a week ago, because I saw something that kind of looked like poison ivy and got scared. So here's more aster. It always gets chewed back by the deer. My pawpaws are doing okay. There's one I raised from seed. There's one of the ones I bought this year from online. Now let's go look at the goldenrod. And the bone set is starting too, but not really going. So I think the bone set will go at the same time as the goldenrod this year. A little bit of coneflower. I think it gets called coneflower and echinacea. Oh, we'll look at the baby rhubarbs too while we're over here. Whatever this is. I don't know if it's mountain mint or asters or whatever. It's a nice flower that the insects enjoy. So there's one. There's another one. And there's a leaf of another one. That one's not doing the best, but fine. I think there's some animal that walks through there because I saw the stake kind of move the other day. So let's look. Goldenrod, and then we'll be done. So there's the goldenrod. It's between, I staked it last year. This stake and this stake. And I think this stuff is called wild lettuce. So a nice big blob of goldenrod. It keeps growing every single year and I'm not sad about it. So I have nice flowers blooming. I mean, not a ton, right? But I have flowers blooming at all times during the growing season, so the critters are all happy. Okay, I'm gonna go tie up those tomatoes and then grab the stuff under the pizza oven. I haven't used the pizza oven this year because it's been so dry. I didn't want to light the neighborhood on fire. Okay. That's it for this week. Till next week. Let me use the shot of the sky. I think it's flax. Okay. Bite. There's the fritillary. Resting on the melon. I'm glad I caught it. Okay. That's it. Bite.